Dentistry is very magical in the sense that you can change someone's life.
Valley View Dental just seems to be very comfortable. It's a family kind of thing.
I would definitely recommend Valley View Dental to whomever was looking for a dentist.
Valley View Dental is the best place, guaranteed.
You're getting the best here. You're getting the best at Valley View Dental.
Because you deserve it.
At Valley View Dental, we offer a full range of dentistry, from general to cosmetic to neuromuscular to sleep apnea to Invisalign. So he's really full service, and we offer just about anything that you might require that's available in dentistry today.
I think that Dr. Bianchin has the sweetest heart. He's a good man. He cares about people. I feel cared about when I come here.
I just treat everybody the way I want to be treated. I think that's what makes the difference. I treat my staff the same way. Treat everybody with a great deal of kindness and respect, and listen to patients. I think listening is probably the biggest thing that a lot of dentists all over, just not here in the Valley, but everywhere, just forget to listen to the patient and listen to what they want and try to cater to them and find out what their fears are and talk with them and understand what their concerns are.
I just tried somebody different because I was disappointed with the dentist that I had, because when I had a complaint, there was no real response. And by coming here and just telling him exactly what the problem was, 1 year later, it's completely fixed.
Dr. Bianchin is fabulous. He's also very friendly, explains everything. Whatever he's doing, he explains it, which is not necessarily the case with other dentists.
It's just been very relaxing for me. And it has been something where I would just grip the chair rails even when I've had my teeth cleaned. And that has gone away.
The first thing that ever impressed me when I first started coming here was never having to wait. I mean, you hardly start a conversation with the friendly receptionist who's ever here in front, and you know, it's your turn. That's the first thing. And then, of course, the quality of the work is second to none.
One of the first things, the reason my husband and I came to Valley View Dental was part of the advertisement about one client at a time. There wasn't a lot of waiting. And it was absolutely true. If you had a 10 o'clock appointment, he took you at 10 o'clock. If it was 11, he took you 11. You didn't get there at 10 and wait for an hour. Your time is very important. So having people, not only one person or one guest at a time, but trying to be on time is extremely important. Because again, that reduces the amount of anxiety you have. If we see you right away, then your anxiety is going to be reduced a little bit, and that helps you out. I have always had a fear of the dentist. Unreal, possibly, but it was still there. And he has made me feel, Dr. Bianchin has made me feel very, very comfortable. I've gone through having crown and other things taken care of, and he puts me at ease, and it's virtually painless.
As a child growing up, I used to hate going to the dentist. It was the worst experience in the world for me growing up, even as an adult. I would always postpone it until I had something seriously wrong. And I don't feel that way here. I feel that the staff knows what they're doing, and Dr. Bianchin knows what he's doing here.
He takes his time he reassures me, he tells me what he's going to do and why he's going to do it. And if I know what's coming, I'm not as likely to panic.
I think one of the best things to do when people are really frightened is to take care of one patient at a time. I think that having an office full of patients in the waiting room, 10 or 15 people waiting to get taken care of, that creates some fear and some anxiety. We believe in taking care of one patient at a time and doing the best possible work on that patient to provide them the best care possible.
When I come here, I know that I'm getting the best treatment that any dentist could give me with Dr. Bianchin. He did a full set of veneers on my front and bottom teeth, and it was the best thing I've ever done. I've noticed my smile's different. It's pushed out my lips, and it's been the best thing in the world. Everybody compliments me about my smile with Dr. Bianchin. I mean, he makes sure everything is done perfectly.
About a month and a half ago,
It was on a Friday evening. I'm sitting there having something to eat, and all of a sudden I feel all this crunch like an eggshell in my mouth, and realized that my crown had just shattered. So I looked in the mirror and was horrified because I looked like a pumpkin with one tooth missing completely, but it was a Friday night. So I said, well, I'll see if they got an emergency number. So I called, and there was an emergency number, and the service said he'll call you back. And I said, yeah, right. Dentist is going to call me back on a Friday night. And lo and behold, he called me back, and he said, I'll meet you, at the office in less than an hour. So 9:30, 10 o'clock, he meets me at the office. And they were on their way to a conference in Orange County. Now, what dentist would do that?
I think it's very important to be a service to your patient, especially when they need it. And he looked kind of like a pumpkin that night, so we needed to make sure we take care of him because he had company, and it was really important for him to look presentable. So we take care of those needs that are really important. Again, I think it goes back to family. This patient doesn't feel like it was just a number, and he called and we took care of him. I think it's really, really important.
It's a family kind of thing. You get to know the girls. You're not just a number or a folder or a file. They actually know you. And I think that's part of what makes me comfortable.
I don't want anybody to walk into our office and feel like they're a number or they're a file or just another patient that's sitting in the chair. We take an extreme amount of time and care and diligence to make sure that everybody feels not only that they're important, but they're very remembered. Our patients become more than just our patients. They become our friends. They become people that we associate with, the people that we see at functions and parties and different events. And these people are just not numbers. These are people that we consider our family members. So it's not a short-term relationship. It's a long-term relationship.
I think Dr. Bianchin is not only a friendly, wonderful man with a great heart, but I have so much faith in anything he would tell me that I would need. You're getting the best here. You're getting the best at Valley View Dental.
One day I mentioned to him that I had trouble sleeping, and he said that's probably sleep apnea and you should go get a sleep test at Eisenhower, which I did, and brought him the results. And he made this little plastic thing that fits in the mouth, and I almost knew it wasn't going to work. But I thought, give it a try. Unbelievable. The very first night, my wife used to record my sleeping. She could hear it when I would stop breathing, and apparently it wasn't all that healthy, but the very first night she noticed a huge difference. And while I still snored just a little bit from time to time, the apnea went completely away.
We have several devices we can choose from and make a custom device that fits their mouth, that opens up their airway and makes them breathe better at night, which decreases the snoring and the apnea. It does work. I've had snoring and apnea issues, so I am a client.
Kathy is just delightful. I have had other hygienists who, after the procedure, my mouth is so sore, I can't eat anything, because it hurts. She is gentle, she is thorough. Kathy does just a superb, wonderful job.
Kathy is our jewel, although we have several gems in the office. Kathy has been out in the desert for about 30 years doing hygiene, and Kathy has taken care of people for many, many years and created wonderful relationships with these patients. It's just not doing their hygiene, she's creating relationships with these patients. Not only a kind, gentle soul, but she's just an excellent hygienist. I've never had anybody say that they didn't have a great experience with Kathy. She's been always just fantastic.
I know that there's a level of fear when you get into my chair. I know that you've been hurt before in different environments, and I have lots of products that are available, and I try to treat each person just like they're really special. I want to meet their needs. I want them to take care of themselves. I want them to come back. I want to take really good care of them, and I have to give them the best that I can. And so, I mean, I'm really gentle with some people, and it's whatever they need. I want to encourage them. I want them to have the very best health that they can. And so doctor makes a lot of products available for me to use, and so I use them to keep people comfortable. Whatever their needs are, I want them to come to me if they're apprehensive, and I want to work with them until we can get them to a level of comfort where they come in and they're not afraid. They want to come back. I want to see them, they want to see me, and the whole time we're bringing them to a state of health.
Well, Kathy is just terrific. She turned me on to a new toothpaste, which has been very helpful to me. And she's very gentle and works very fast, which is good.
I've been in the field well over 35 years, and I've never worked with a hygienist like Kathy. Not only is she friendly and does excellent hygiene, the patients all love her.
This is what I want for my family. This is what I want for my friends. I want to know that they're going to go someplace and they're going to get good care. And that's what you can have at Valley View Dental with Dr. John Bianchin.
I think our biggest thing is taking somebody who hasn't had a good experience with a dentist, and taking their experience and turning it around and having them progress with dentistry and do the treatment, and maybe they do it slower, but eventually they get the treatment done. I mean, we can change one life at a time in dentistry, and that's a gift we've all been given here. We can change lives.
We love our patients. We make it a very comfortable atmosphere for them. A doctor makes this a very family-oriented practice. He's brought each and every one of us into this office and made us feel like family, and that's exactly how he treats every one of his patients as well. So it's very comfortable here. Our patients, we love them to death, and they're very loyal to doctor, and our hygienist Kathy has a great following down here in the Valley, and we see these patients time and time again, and they truly are family.
All the people here, Patsy and Kathy and everybody, they're always so friendly, so accommodating, and yeah, I mean, I can't imagine coming anywhere else but this office right here. This is it for me.
I have a rock star staff, and I have a rock star practice. I have incredible people who I work with every day, and looking back as a young child and where am I today, I couldn't have dreamed in my wildest dreams I would be here in the Coachella Valley. And number two, I couldn't believe my life would have turned out so great. I have never had a bad day at work. I have tough days. I've never had a bad day at work. So if you ask me if I ever thought my life could be this incredible, I would say it's a dream.
You know they care, and I really appreciate that. That means so much to me, especially with a dentist. So Valley View is the best place to come. I would recommend him to anybody, and I mean that.
I have recommended to quite a few of my friends, my very best friend, because you're the confidence level that you have in the people here, and Dr. John. I mean, how could you have any problem recommending this place as far as I'm concerned?
I would definitely recommend Valley View Dental to whomever was looking for a dentist.
And look at my teeth. You know, he's done a wonderful job. So I get comments all the time on my teeth, and I said, well, I owe it to Dr. John. Valley View Dental is the best place, guaranteed.
I would recommend anybody who wants a good dentist and have a pleasant experience with a dentist, I would recommend Valley View Dental without any second thoughts whatsoever.
Valley View Dental would be at the top of my list if anybody ever asked me to recommend a dentist.
I think Valley View Dental, Dr. Bianchin, is probably the best dentist, or is the best dentist I've ever had.
It's another great day to smile at Valley View Dental on El Paseo. We feel honored and privileged to be working with John, who has a commitment to excellence for general and cosmetic dentistry and to community service as well. We would welcome an opportunity to meet you, give you a tour of our facility, and we would like you to meet Kathy, our hygienist, who we consider our crown jewel, and we know you'll think so too. Valley View Dental on El Paseo. Quality time, quality care, one guest at a time.
Because you deserve it.